All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending our business meeting. It is December 23rd, 2025. The time is 2 p.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Matari on the phone and Commissioners Eberline and Duncan in person. And please join me for a moment of silence. Okay, with that, Mr. Snyder, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sylvia Proud.
Thank you. Sylvia, we just got started here. And then changes to the agenda. I do have one time-sensitive item to discuss, and it has to do with the Supreme Court order shutting essentially court services down for the 24th and 26th. And so if there is another commissioner that would entertain talking about this, then I would make a motion.
So be it.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. I move that we add the time-sensitive issue of the Supreme Court order shutting down court services for December 24 and 26.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, and with that, public comment? Okay, hearing none, I would take a motion for meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion for meeting minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay,
I'll second that approval.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, and then consent calendar.
Is that?
Yeah,
7 through 15.
Okay, so 7 through 15. Resolutions.
Okay, so there's a motion for approval of items 7 through 15.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Eberline,
Second.
Chair, okay, and can you,
Okay.
You're voting now.
you're voting now?
Okay, I'm voting.
Yes, okay. Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and make the motion for the payables, that we approve the payables for December 15th through 19th, 2025, in the amount of $1,080,000 or $80,081.81. You couldn't do that on purpose. And no jury panel payments.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Second.
we'll take that as a yes also.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, well, let's go ahead and just do our emergency item first. And so the county is in receipt of a court order from Supreme Court Justice Bevin, Idaho Supreme Court Justice, to mimic what the federal system is doing for December 24th and 26th, and that is essentially shutting down court services. So at this point, I think it prudent that the county still stay open for business, including the courts. I think are going to get some better guidance from the administrative district judge McHugh eventually. But at this point, all other county operations are going to stay the same, and then the court services and trial court administrator will hone in exactly what duties will and won't be done on the 24th and the 26th. Is there any other concerns or thoughts that we need to have?
No, I think that your suggestion is a good one.
Okay, so really nothing to vote because we're not changing anything. So we'll go forward from there. All right, thank you. Item 17, this is a bid award, and it's for AIP SP 25, and it's to rehabilitate medium-intensity runway lights. And this is runway 220, and it's the precision approach path indicator lights with Colvico Inc. So, Ms. Stevenson.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Kim Stevenson for the record. We are requesting to award the bid to the lowest responsive bidder. The bids were open December 2nd, and the lowest bid belongs to Colvico Incorporated for $153,608 for Schedules A, B, and C on this. ITD project, AIP SP25, is 100% reimbursable by the State Division of Aeronautics.
All right, and are there any questions?
No
All right.
questions.
Okay, hearing that, I would take a motion, and Mark, anytime you want me to make the motion, just let me know.
Okay, bid awards, bid AIP SP 25, Rehabilitate, and the runway lights, runway 2020 lights, precision approach path indicators, Colvico Inc., airport.
I second that approval.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, and then actually, item 18 was pulled, and with all of our excitement of adding that time-sensitive item, I forgot to mention that in changes to the agenda. So item 18 will come back. I think they're waiting for a couple more pieces of information. So with that, item 19, the ARFF vehicle lease, and this is with Company 2 LLC and our airport. Ms. Stevenson again.
Kim Stevenson again for the record. The truck that we currently have for our aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle, we would like to continue to lease that apparatus for the next 7 months approximately until we can be in receipt of the ARFF truck that was approved for purchase last month by the board. And so again, it's the same unit that we currently have, and the insurance has been notified. I've talked to Cecilia about extending the insurance on the lease.
Okay.
It is $8,000 per month, and again, we're looking at approximately 7 months.
All right, and I believe when we approved the purchase that we were going to get a credit back of $48,000 for at least 6 months of the lease price, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, great. Questions, motion?
Make a motion for ARFF.
I move that we. Go ahead, Mark.
I make a motion for ARFF Vehicle Lease Company 2 LLC Airport.
I second that approval.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Item 20, this is a financial budget request, and it's authorization to expend funding. This is dock building materials for Upper Twin Fixed Pier Dock with Parks and Waterways, and our director, Mr. Snyder.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. As per Policy 930, our department seeks BOCC authorization to expend funds in excess of $10,000 as is required, specifically for steel pilings necessary to finish construction of the Upper Twin boat launch in the amount of $11,630 to be paid or expended rather from the boat launch user fee account.
All right, questions, motion?
I'll make a motion for financial budget authorization to expend funding dock building materials for Upper Twin Pier project, Parks and Waterways.
Second that approval.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Item 21, this is grant amendment number 23, NONE 002-83022, and this is for North Kootenai Water and Sewer District with the Idaho Office of Emergency Management in the amount of $419,984.63, cash and in-kind match from North Kootenai Water and Sewer District in the amount of $41,998.46. Ms. Littlefield, please.
Yes, Andrea Littlefield for the record. We are just requesting that the Board of County Commissioners approve the amended subrecipient agreement for North Kootenai Water and Sewer District. The amendment changes the performance period from July 25th, 2023 through January 4th, 2026 to July 25th, 2023 through March 4th, 2026. The grant award shall stay the same, and nothing else changes except for the grant performance period.
Okay, any questions or concerns on the grant performance period? Motion?
No.
Bruce, do you want to take this
You
motion?
want me to do it?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I move that we approve the grant amendment number 23 NONE 002-83022, North Kootenai Water and Sewer District, Idaho Office of Emergency Management, in the amount of $419,984.63, with a cash and in-kind match from North Kootenai Water and Sewer District time in the amount of $41,998.46 with our Office of Emergency Management.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, motion passes, and now we have item 22, another grant agreement, 2-5 IRAP, Kootenai Landowners Assistant Grant with Idaho Department of Lands in the amount of $450,000, no match required, Office of Emergency Management, and Ms. Littlefield again.
Yes. Andrea Littlefield for the record. We are respectfully requesting that the Board of County Commissioners approve the MOU between Kootenai County and the Idaho Department of Lands. This is for roughly 133 acres of hazardous fuel treatment in and around the Wolf Lodge, Cataldo, and Harrison communities. This MOU is for $450,000 with no match.
Fantastic. Questions, motion?
I'll make a motion for grant agreement, hashtag 25 IRAP, Kootenai Landowners Assistance Grant, Idaho Department of Lands, $450,000, no match requirement, Office of Emergency Management.
Second to approve.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. And item 23, Resolution 2025-93, which is the fiscal year 25 unanticipated revenue resolution with our Auditor's Office, and Ms. Falcon, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Brandy Falcon for the record. This is a resolution that the Auditor's Office prepares at the end of every fiscal year to summarize and memorialize all of the budget amendments the board approved throughout the previous fiscal year.
All right, any questions or motion?
I'll make a
I move
motion.
that we approve. Go ahead, Mark.
Make a resolution 2025-93 FY25 unanticipated revenue resolution, Auditor.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Item 24, board approval request, and this is approval of the application for stop-loss coverage through BCS Insurance Company and our Human Resource Division. Ms. Proud?
Yes, Sylvia Proud for the record. I'm requesting the board's approval and signature on the application for our stop-loss coverage through BCS Insurance Company, which will go into effect January 1st, 2026. This has been reviewed by legal. Also, next week I will be bringing the full policy for approval to the board.
Great. Questions, motion?
You want me to make the motion?
Sure, thank you.
I move that the board approve the application for stop-loss coverage through BCS Insurance Company with Human Resources.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, I think we can handle 25 and 26 together. Resolution 2025-94 is a disaster emergency declaration, which was signed by Chair Matari, and then Resolution 2025-95, which is the disaster declaration, kind of continuation and BOCC approval. And so, Ms. Westbrook, would you like to lead us in this?
Yeah, of course. So before you is the chair's disaster declaration with the subsequent declaration to be signed by the entire board. The chair's declaration was issued on December 17th. It was valid for a period of 7 days. Damage assessment is still ongoing, and the final cost estimates have not been fully compiled. So OEM is asking that you continue the disaster declaration to ensure appropriate response, recovery, and access to available resources. The last assessment we received from Kootenai Electric was damages a little bit over $1 million for the damages that occurred at that windstorm. And so we're hoping that this declaration will open up some pathways for cost recovery.
Okay, great. Any questions? All right, then
No questions.
Okay, I'd take a motion for both resolutions, please.
I make a motion for Resolution
You want me to do it?
2025-94, Disaster Emergency Declaration, Windstorm, Office of Emergency Management, and Resolution 2025-95, Disaster Declaration supersedes 2025-94 BOCC action.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, item 27, this is East Side Fire District Annexation, Figaro and Poehlman property and Jorgensen Family Trust. And our chief, or our civil deputy prosecutor, David Ferguson.
Not a chief yet. Right, this is a request for annexation for the Figaro, two separate properties owned by Figaro and Jorgensen respectively. The East Side Fire District Board held a properly noticed hearing and issued an order approving annexation. The properties are contiguous to currently annexed properties and otherwise qualify, so the board should approve annexation.
All right, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the East Side Fire District annexation with Figaro and Poehlman property, Jorgensen Family Trust, and the BOCC.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, we have item 28, which is an advisory board appointment of Robert Chandler to Aquifer Protection District, term expiring 12/31/2028. And Ms. Masters?
Yes, Bob Chandler applied for this position, had 2 of the 3 commissioners, I think, approve this. He currently works for Avondale Irrigation District as the district manager and brings 29 years of water work experience.
All right, questions, motion?
I'll make a motion for advisory board appointment, Robert Chandler, Aquifer Protection District, term expiring 12/31/28, BOCC.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, item 29, this is another advisory board appointment of John Condon for Parks and Waterways Advisory Board, term ending 12/31/28. Ms. Masters again?
Yes, we had a recent vacancy come up out of nowhere for Parks and Waterways. This person submitted an application and Nick Snyder was in support and said this person had a lot of experience with parks and thought that that might be helpful given the parks master plan that the county is currently working on.
All right, questions, motion?
I'll make a motion for advisory board appointment to John Condon, Parks and Waterways Advisory Board, term expiring 12/31/28, BOCC.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, item 30, this is contract approval for the audio-visual room replacement, VIP Production Northwest. And Ms. Masters again.
As the board knows, the AV room is failing rather quickly. This would be approval of approximately $32,000 for a complete overhaul of the switcher, the audio, and the cameras. The board had asked that I reach out to them to find out a little bit about the customer service aspect of it. They've confirmed that there is no travel cost, which is different than we're used to with Avidex. And Avidex's hourly fee was $150. Theirs is $95. So from a service standpoint, that's going to save the county money. And then they're promising a 1 to 2 day response time. Avidex was sometimes up to 4 weeks. And it would include 2 sessions of about 3 hours training with the new equipment moving forward.
All right, and then I believe that Avidex gave us a quote, but it was substantially more.
They gave us a price range. I wouldn't call it a quote because it didn't include any specifics, but it was somewhere between 50 and 100 and 250.
Okay. All right, with that, any questions or motion?
I'll make a motion for
I
contract.
move. Go ahead, Mark.
I make a motion for contact approval, AV room replacement, VIP Production Northwest Inc., BOCC.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. And item 31, which Jonathan Mueller can speak to if you like. Board approval request. This is a request to apply for the America 250 grant. And Mr. Mueller with our Historic Preservation Commission, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for your time. Today, I'm here to ask for 2 things. One, permission to pursue the grant for the America 250 program in conjunction with the City of Coeur d'Alene. They do allow a joint application, and our Historic Pres Commission and theirs will work together on the planning of this event. We already sort of had an event planned, but as this kind of unfolded, this grant program unfolded, we decided that maybe we could expand that and as part of the courthouse celebration. And so their program does allow for joint applications. The city has their approval and their proclamation ready and set to submit with ours. Second thing, of course, is the approval of the resolution that goes with that you should have a draft in front of you and have maybe had a chance to take a look. This is an outgrowth of a program that came at the end of the Biden administration. If you recall, we had applied for a much larger grant a year ago, were selected, and then the legislature pulled it back and said, no, not so fast. We think we want to try something different, which they did, simplified the process, expanded the reach. There's no match for this grant, and they really, it's a program to allow everybody to celebrate the 250th. And so we would like to go ahead and pursue this with the City of Coeur d'Alene. We anticipate an event happening on the east lawn of the courthouse on the 3rd of July in the afternoon. We're going to invite as many people in as we can. Perhaps have some bands come play, meaning high school bands. We also have the Conservancy, the Music Conservancy is also committed to come as well. And then, of course, we've already had a commitment from Cynthia Meyer to come speak. And, of course, we'll also look to you all to see how much you would like to participate, as well as the mayor and council in that. So if we could have an approval to pursue and that resolution, I'll get that finished this afternoon as quick as I can, because the deadline is the end of the year to make those grant requests. So, questions?
Is the resolution tied to the grant?
Yes.
Meaning if we don't do a resolution, you can't get the grant?
Well, I think it looks better if you have the resolution.
Okay, and do we need to do the resolution before the grant is, because it's not really in our format, we don't have a resolution number to it, so we really couldn't address it today, except, 2 commissioners saying, yes, we'd be in favor of that if you brought it back.
How soon could we have that?
Well, you could do it the 30th, December 30th.
I'll ask.
Okay.
Commissioner Duncan, because I had wanted to get this in, for whatever reason, if they close this thing down early. And so I think the grant process is you identify and register your event, then you apply for the grant. I think they ask for how to get the money to you, but they also want this proclamation to go with both the event notice and the grant application. And so I had hoped to scurry away from here today and get online and finish it.
Sure, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just,
Can I just suggest?
yes.
If the board wants to approve this, that we would approve the resolution and bring it back next week on a consent calendar just to add a number.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I think that's possible.
All right, so I guess it is possible to approve the resolution today, and then we'll bring it back with a resolution number for the consent calendar next week.
Okay.
So is,
I think that's a good idea.
okay. All right, so Commissioner Matari, does that sound all right to you?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, I would take a motion. Go ahead, Bruce.
I move that we approve the request to apply for the America 250 grant with the BOCC.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, item 32, board approval request. This is a tax cancellation, AS 62 for, I'm sorry?
He does have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just a point of order. Do we need to also do the resolution?
Essentially, it's in our packet attached to the grant.
Okay.
So
thank you
again,
much.
and it'll be approved next week when we come on to it.
Apologies
So
for that.
no, you're totally fine.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a good question. Thanks. Okay, item 32, like I said, board approval request, cancellation AS 62, AIN 106318. This is Anderson, and it's with our Assessor and Specialized Appraisal Division and Assessor Kovacs.
Commissioners, thank you. Agenda item 32 is a request to have the board authorize an amendment to a prior tax cancellation that the board acted upon November 12th, 2025. Staff has advised, I believe it was the treasurer staff advised that the amounts in their system did not coincide with what we had in our system. This is something that occurred back in 2018, obviously before the time of any staff that we have present. And so when that came to our attention, we're simply entering this in front of the board to make a matter of correction. We're asking the board rescind the action of approving it that was approved on November 12th and replacing it with this one in front of you. And I believe you have a copy of the one that's watermarked as rescind, and legal counsel has reviewed this and approved this form.
Yes. Yes, we do. So are there questions? With no questions?
No questions.
Okay, Commissioner Matari, would you make that motion?
Yes, I will take a stab at it here. Now, do we have to include the rescission from the earlier?
I would just rescind the November 12th order. Hold on one second. Assessor has another.
If I may speak, the actual document we're submitting actually has language in it that says that it references Exhibit A, which is the prior cancellation, and it actually has language that says it does rescind it. So
So
either.
it's already in the documentation.
Apparently, I'm not seeing it, but that's okay.
Well, I'll just include the previous, I'll just say that we'll rescind what was done on November 12th.
Thank you.
Okay, so I move that we approve the request for tax cancellation AS 62 with the Assessor's Office and rescind what we had done to AIN 106318 on November 12th.
Second.
Anderson, Specialized Appraisal Division.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Public comment. Nobody on the phone? All right, 2:30 meeting adjourned. Merry Christmas, everyone.